What up, Giants fans? You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. On today's video, I'm going to give you my biggest takeaways from preseason week number 1. I've got 5 of them after the Giants fell to the Detroit Lions 21-16. It's never fun when you see your team lose a football game, but it's the preseason after all. There's nothing to really get overly excited about or overreact to anything. There were some good things that the Giants showed. There were some things that the Giants showed they definitely need to work on. DeVito, I thought, looked pretty good. Sean Corbin stood out for me. I thought David Sills looked all right. I mean, you look at this Giants offense overall, 259 yards, 4.2 yards per play. They overall went 20 of 34 throwing the ball for 165 yards, most of those coming from Tommy DeVito. They were okay-ish, really, honestly below average running the football, only 3.2 yards per pop. The only turnover they had was DeVito on 4th and long, last drive of the game, just threw a Hail Mary instead of avoiding a pick. And the time possession was pretty much even, 29 minutes, and then 30 minutes for the Lions. You look at the Lions' offensive stat, you get a gauge on where the Giants' defense did. 340 yards for them, 6.2 yards per play. They had more yards. Their passing offense was better, only 7 incompletions. Giants got to tighten up there. You also gave up 4.1 yards per pop on the ground. You did have 2 interceptions. That should be 2 interceptions right there. Dane Belton as well as Jason Pinnock. That's a typo on our part. 2 interceptions there, but the time of possession was pretty much split down the middle. I want to ask you this question. Who impressed you the most from the Giants' first game in the preseason against the Lions? Let me know what you think down in the comment section right now. The first thing that stood out to me was the offensive line did not look good. To be quite frank, the offensive line was bad. And specifically, Wyatt Davis was bad. And then you look at somebody like Corey Cunningham. He was not good either. Cunningham struggled. And then you saw Wyatt Davis struggle. But it wasn't just them. I think about the early part of that game. There was a 4th and 1 where the Giants had their potential starting interior offensive line in the game. It was John Michael Schmitz at center. It was Ben Bredesen at right guard. And it was Joshua Ezeudu at the left guard position. And on 4th and 1, it was really a 3rd and 1. Giants couldn't get it. Then they get the ball right back. And they couldn't get it again on 4th and 1. 2 run plays up the middle, and there was no movement from your starting interior offensive lineman. That's a little bit concerning, if you ask me. But it's preseason. Not going to overreact. But the offensive line, they definitely struggled in week 1. I thought the young corners looked good, though. I thought Trey Hawkins played well. Deonte Banks, I thought, was solid. Cordell Flott had a pass breakup in the end zone. He did end up leaving that game with an ab injury. But I thought Flott, Banks, and Trey Hawkins, looked all right. Flott did get beat on one play, but he was able to recover and get a pass breakup because the ball was a little bit underthrown. But overall, I thought the young corners looked all right, and it's definitely a position battle there. You talk about Darnay Holmes, there is no saying that he has won the slot corner job, and it's going to be a competition between Holmes, Flott, and as well as Nick McLeod. And if Aaron Robinson can come back and get off the PUP list, he's also going to be in the thick of things for that slot corner position battle. I think the pass rush needs to get better, and I just think that they need another player. I know you didn't see much from Ojulari, you didn't see much from Thibodeau. I thought O'Shane Ximenez was meh. He was all right. I thought Tommen Fox looked pretty good, the UDFA entering his 2nd season. I also thought Baldonado, the UDFA from this year's draft, was solid, but you needed somebody else. I never really felt like the Giants were able to just get home. It seemed like there was a lot of time for the quarterbacks for Detroit to throw. I don't think the Giants blitzed all that much. Wing Martindale probably saving his cards a little bit. But the pass rush, I said it all summer long, they could use a more experienced veteran pass rusher, and that kind of showed today. I also thought Tommy DeVito looked solid. DeVito looked good. Didn't have much time to throw. The offensive line was bad, like we talked about, but he was able to show that pocket mobility. He was able to show that he could tuck it and run it and pick up 6 or 7. And when he had time to throw and when he could hit that back foot and fire, you saw a couple strikes. You saw one to David Sills. You saw one to Jamison Crowder. You saw a couple throws to Cole Beasley. I thought Beasley had a good game. I thought the slot receivers looked pretty good. You saw Khalil Pimpleton in a nice little catch and run. Jamison Crowder looked all right. But I'm impressed by Tommy DeVito. He came into tonight with an opportunity, and that opportunity was, is he going to end up being the third QB on this team, or the Giants going to have to cut him and sign someone to the practice squad to be that third quarterback? So I was proud of the way he played. Didn't have much time to operate, never got rattled, and he was able to lock in and be calm and be decisive and effective. I was proud of Tommy DeVito and the way the Jersey boy played in Week 1 against the Lions in the preseason. We are going to be live for Week 2 of the preseason and Week 3 and all 17 games of the regular season, as well as the playoffs once the Giants make it. So subscribe to the channel, because not only do we do watch parties, we also do live shows every single Monday. And when the Giants make a move, we make a video. So go down right now and hit that big red subscribe button. Sub for Giants Dubs. My last takeaway from tonight was James Robinson, the recent free agent acquisition at the running back position. I don't think he's very good. I think he looks slow. I don't think he looks quick. I don't see much burst. And I just see a guy that there was a reason the Patriots cut him after they signed to a 2-year deal this offseason. He's injured. There's a reason that the Jets moved on from him. He was injured. I thought Eric Gray looked better. I thought Ja'Shawn Corbin looked better. And at least Eric Gray can give you something on the special teams department. He was returning punts and kicks. I thought Ja'Shawn Corbin did a really good job in pass protection. You saw a couple of times when the Giants would drop back to throw, there would be some free rushers, and Corbin would step up and just knock somebody the heck out. And you didn't really see that from Robinson. You didn't see anything in the pass game. You didn't see any explosive runs or anything like that. I thought he looked good. Ja'Shawn Corbin, I thought Eric Gray looked good as well. James Robinson left a lot to be desired. I just don't see a way where he ends up making this football team. If I had to power rank these running backs, I'd go Barkley, I'd go Breida, I'd go Gray, I'd go Corbin, I'd go Gary Brightwell, then I'd go James Robinson. I just don't see a way he can make this team. Let's recap what happened, though. The Giants lost 21-16. The special teams was not good. The special teams has to be better. They allowed a 94-yard punt return to the house for 6. Anytime you give up points on special teams, you're probably going to lose. And the Giants did that tonight. Also, the kick return team, they almost allowed a 55-yard onside kick. The Lions kicked it, a little pooch kick down the right sideline. Ball hit the ground, and the Lions almost recovered it. Tommy Sweeney just looking at it and didn't recover it. So a unit last year for the Giants, the special teams, they didn't play well. And once again, they don't play well in Week 1 of the preseason. It's all about complementary football. And honestly, all sides of the football need to be better for the Giants entering Week 2. I appreciate everybody that is tuned in to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. Love doing watch parties. Love getting to chop it up with you guys. If you made it this far in the video, show some love. Hit that thumbs up icon. We're going to have videos out the rest of the weekend. We'll be back live on Monday for our weekly live show. And then we're live Friday night for Giants Panthers. Be there or be square. Let's freaking go.